Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I would like to appreciate everyone that has taken his or her time to join in this meeting. I would like to appreciate our guest speaker, Mr. Abel. I'm seeing Derek on board. I'm seeing Mr. Anjov on board. I'm seeing Anne on board. I'm seeing Derek on board. I'm seeing Judith. Seeing Robert. I'm seeing Minis. I'm seeing Anita, Mimi, Paul. All of you, thank you for joining. I will request you to introduce yourself in the chat room. You can send in your name and some of your expectations from today's meeting that you have. In this meeting for today, we shall have a very brief agenda whereby the first 5 minutes we expected logging in of every member. We only have 2 minutes to end this session. Then we shall have to introduce ourselves using the chat room. Then we shall have to introduce the guest speaker, who is none other than our invited senior in this line of scholarship opportunities. Then we shall have a question and answer session where the guest speaker will come ahead to respond to the questions. Then we shall have the closing remarks and we shall go to put what we've gotten in this meeting into action. So allow me to request everyone, feel free to engage the chat room. You can put there your name, and we shall start in just 1 minute from now. Hello, Juliet. Hello.
Patrick, they are not able to speak because all of them are muted. It is only you whom I've allowed to speak. So they will be using the chat mostly.
Okay, thank you. But I request in this minute, I request you also allow my co-moderator.
That is
Edith.
Who?
That is Edith.
Okay.
Judith
Mbaga.
Exactly, Judith Mbaga. I request you allow her also to unmute.
She's able to unmute now.
Hello, Judith.
Judith is able to unmute now. Maybe she's not on, but she's able to unmute now.
Maybe she'll be joining us with time. And at this very juncture, without wasting any further minute, yeah, I'm seeing her. She's in the chat room, and she's the alumni relations manager from Tanzania. She's responsible for the great work that is being done in Tanzania. She has mobilized all the members from Tanzania that have joined this meeting. These people range from years ever since Help started. And these people, some of them are in a working class. Others are just recent graduates. So she has done a very great job to mobilize all these people to join this platform. More will be joining us as we move on. I just wanted to recognize her presence. Allow her to also be part of us, Mr. Abel.
That's okay, but I don't know why she's struggling to join, but let's proceed.
Okay. In this very minute, I'm seeing her typing in the chat room. She's not responding, but she will. So at this very juncture, dear comrades, allow me to introduce you our guest speaker. This is a senior with experience. This is a senior that is having tangible success. This is a senior that is still living the real life he's talking about. And this is none other than our guest speaker, Mr. Abel Walekwa, who is our host today. He did his master's from Bar University of Science and Technology, but it wasn't enough due to his ambitions. He had to go furthermore. He's a senior epidemiologist from the State House. I don't want to preempt his introduction. He will do more when he comes in. Comrades, allow me to welcome Mr. Abel. Sir, take over. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Patrick, for the very kind introduction. My name is Abel, like Patrick has mentioned. I help professionals like you to discover your potential for success. So if I can be able to just empower 2 or 3 of you from the group to become successful, that will be a very big contribution to this world. So that is my purpose in life, helping other people discover their potential for success. I do that through tools and frameworks that I've developed over time. And those tools and frameworks have helped a number of people discover their potential for success. When I was contacted by Patrick, he told me that you are, a number of you are fresh graduates. In other words, you've just finished your either undergraduate or master's degrees, and you are trying to look for scholarships. So I'm going to anchor my conversation along those lines. But before I go far, I'll begin by telling you something small about where I come from. I come from African Center for Career Mentorship, which is an organization that is supporting professionals like you to discover your potential for success. So we have a number of services I'm going to tell you briefly. Our vision is a functional and operational one-stop center of excellence for youth and professionals career mentorship. And so we felt that it aligns well with what you are doing. We have a number of services that we have, including international scholarships, applications coaching, training organizations and institutions like you, doing research and grants writing and winning grants and proposals, but also publishing and writing scientific papers from your research that you did at undergraduate level, issues of CV alignment, issues of writing cover letters and personal statements, career guidance, but also discovering yourself. Many people tend to struggle to know what next after undergraduate. So we help you to unpack that as well. So regarding career guidance and personal discovery, we have a framework which I developed in 2022, and that framework is the one we are using to help people clearly visualize where they are heading, and it is giving us very great results. People are able to discover where they are heading, people are able to clearly articulate where they are heading, and they become unstoppable once they are very clear on where they are heading. They stop competing with the neighbors and they stop competing with the relatives. They instead aim at making themselves better every day and every day and every day. The person they compete with is only themselves of yesterday. So they look at Abel of today and Abel of yesterday. They don't look at the Abel and the neighbor and the relative or something. The other thing we do is that we help high school students for them to clearly understand what courses at university and which courses they should go for. So what we do, work with the schools and parents to bring those students and those children in universities, and then they interact with the current students, and then they go back and fill their forms, either university forms, when they are very well informed and when they know what to go for. Because we found that very many people struggle to understand what to do and how to do it, we have a free weekly webinar every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Nairobi time or Kampala time, every Tuesday, including the Tuesday, which is next week, which is the 15th of August. No, 15th of October. So please, you're welcome to come and listen to these free webinars. We normally discuss very, very important things. But if you're not able to join them, we normally record those sessions and we have that information go to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is African Center for Career Mentorship. And trust me, you'll find a lot of resources there. So regarding the international coaching, once you pay $150, it covers a lot of things. It covers CV alignment, it covers reviewing your essays, it covers interview preparations, it covers scientific writing, it covers personal discovery. So this is the most juicy package that we have, and very many people are coming into for this service They find it very useful. Just pay only 500 Ugandan shillings and you get coached for 3 months. But if you want to be coached for 6 months, you pay only 1 million Ugandan shillings. And very many people are becoming very, very successful. For example, for last year alone, we were coaching 23 people who were applying, and 21 people got their scholarships. And they have gone to 9 different countries in the world, with 3 of them being admitted to University of Oxford in the UK. So we are happy to support you as you navigate this journey. Like I told you earlier, we also train organizations and institutions. So at one time, if you ever have an organization that wants people to train them, we are happy to work with you such that we can train that organization. That is a bit of where I come from, and that's where I came from before I joined this call. And we are happy to work with you as you move forward. Now, when Patrick told me that you are keen to get scholarships, when I was coming for this call, I said, what should I tell my people? I said, okay, I am going to tell them a very important message, which for me, I didn't know. But through the work I am doing right now and the consultancy work I'm receiving from time to time, it is helping me to know. I didn't know this information was important when I was at your age. But the more I have been involved, for example, I've just finished a very big consultancy with the 2 top universities in the US and the UK, and it helped me to know something which is very, very key. And I'm requesting that you can forget anything else I said in this meeting. Please don't forget this one here. If you were doing something, please you stop and listen to me regarding this one. For you to win a scholarship, it is possible. However, the assessment team are looking for a number of things in your application. Now, I want to give you a gift for coming for this meeting, for you to know what they are looking for, such that when you are writing your CV, you make sure it is there, such that when you're writing your essays or your application, you make sure it is there. And that is what I'm presenting to you right now. Number 1 they are looking for is academic achievements. Do you have a first-class degree or do you have a second-class degree? If you have a first class, you score 20 points. And if you have a second class degree, you score 10 points there. I want you to know that. But the other thing they are looking for is volunteer experience or extra co-curricular activities or community service activities. For example, you organize the general cleaning event. For example, you organize the Rotary event. Now, for example, Patrick is organizing an event for all of his colleagues and alumni team. Now, this is what we call community service. Now, for example, for this call here, Patrick now scores. Patrick should include this on his CV and say, I successfully organized a community service project where you identified a mentor from University of Cambridge to come and inspire other people from Barara and other areas who have ever won scholarships. Now, that is community service for Patrick. If you ever have them, please put them in your CV. You can imagine if you have 2 or more years of doing that, you get 10 points. If you have worked for around 6 months or 1 year, when you're doing that, sorry about that. So if you have any volunteering experience or community volunteering practice, please put it there. It is something they are looking for. The second thing that they are looking for, which is very important, is leadership potential. You can imagine if you have been into leadership potential activities, you score 10 points. If you've taken around 1 or 2 years into leadership, you score 5 points. And if you have never been a leader at all, you don't score any point. For you, say, for me, I hate leadership things. I don't want to stress myself. I don't want to engage at myself at all. Okay, if you don't want, it is okay. You are losing points there. What about, and what else do they want? They want research experience. Have you ever published a paper? Have you ever made any scientific conference presentation? Have you ever presented any project? Have you ever written a grant and won a grant? If yes, that is very important. Please put it in your CV and in your application when you're applying for the scholarship. The second thing they are looking for is the relevant work experience. You can underline the word relevant, because they're not looking for anything, no everything, but they are looking for relevant work experience. So if you do have it, score 10 points. If you only have 1 year of it, score 5 points. And if you don't have any relevant work experience, score 0 points. One may wonder, what do they mean by saying relevant? They mean relevant because something should be aligned to what you want to study for your master's or PhD. If you did a master's in mechanical engineering and you have been doing some work in line with mechanical engineering, that becomes relevant experience. If, for example, you studied the chemical engineering and you went home and you began selling a shop, your father's shop, now that is experience, but not relevant to the engineering you studied. I wanted to emphasize that. The other thing they are looking for are honors, awards, and achievements. If you ever have any scholarship given to you, any fellowship given to you, any award given to you, please put it in your CV. They want to hear it. They want to know about it. They want to credit you for it. I wanted to emphasize that as well. The second thing, which is very important, is why do you want to study that program you're proposing? They call it motivation. Why do you want to study a master's? Why do you want to do a master's? So I thought I should clearly bring out that point for you to know that they want to hear that clearly. And that's what we do at African Center for Career Mentorship. Some people don't know exactly why they want to study a master's. Some people cannot ever explain why they want to study a PhD. So if you're not sure what to study and why you want to study it, please come to African Center for Career Mentorship and we will support you. The next thing these universities are looking for is a well-structured CV. They are saying they want a detailed but concise CV, a well-written description of the work, accomplishments in the past academic and work experiences, and they score from 0 to 5 points. I felt I should share with you this good secret, which for me I didn't know early. Why is this important? Because you must put it in your CV. Why is this important? Because you must talk about them in your essays when you're applying. Why is it important? If you were wondering whether you are a great candidate or not, please, if you have them or you have some of them, you know you're a great candidate. Patrick, I want to answer any question up to there. If anyone has any question up to there, they can use the chat. They can raise their hand. I can give you a chance. I can give them a chance to ask. Because for me, that is a secret, which people who, once you came to me, I said I should gift my people who have come. Because if you know what they are looking for, you can know how to position yourself, but also how to include it in your CV. Patrick, do you have any questions? Does anyone have any question?
Thank you very much, Mr. Abel. I like the way you've organized everything, starting from academics, community work, research, relevant work experience. So this is very interesting because most of us have been mining much on academics. So I'm seeing one question so far coming in. How about the Tanzanians who wish to apply for the scholarship program? That's a question from the senior Judith Baga.
And if you notice that this program, I didn't even list which university it is, but I'm telling you it's one of the top, I worked on two top leading universities. So I'm saying that please apply. I am saying apply. Actually, for our African Center for Career Mentorship, out of the 21 scholarships who were won last year, with a success rate of 92.3%, we had one from Burkina Faso, we had one from Nigeria, we had 3 from Kenya, we had the rest from Uganda. So in other words, we are penetrating other parts of Africa as well. As I speak right now in my coaching group, I have 2 from Nigeria, I have 3 from Burkina Faso, I have 1 from Kenya, and I have been linked to 2 from Lesotho. So somebody who is from Tanzania, they are welcome to apply. We don't give scholarships, but we can support you and train you. Like Patrick, you shared with all of members the scholarships, which I shared with you. They are always open. They are open, so members are welcome to dive in and apply for them. For example, right now, Chevening, which is about leadership, has now opened. Deadline is the 5th of November. I welcome members to apply. MasterCard, which is about climate change, which is about leadership, which is also about academic excellence, has opened across very many universities. Deadline is the 5th of December. Gets Cambridge, which is for University of Cambridge. We have Commonwealth, we have Cambridge Trust, which I got. We have many of them. So I'm saying that this is a very good time for people to apply. I highly recommend people to apply for scholarships. But now that you're applying, you know what they are looking for. Put them in your CV, and you will come and thank me next year when you have won a scholarship. I'll be very happy to hear that from you. So Juliet, we are happy to have the coaching program to even people from Tanzania as well. Then somebody saying that our research projects that aren't published also considered and given points. I wish you can present them in a scientific conference. I wish you can publish them. And actually, that's what we do at African Center for Career Mentorship. We can support you and you publish it right now. Okay, if you haven't published them right now, at least write a newspaper article about that work and publish a New Vision or Daily Monitor. At least you publish them on your LinkedIn page. At least you publish them on your website. All those are ways for you to put your work out there. It's extremely important and it markets you a lot. I didn't know these things early. I just got to know them 2 months ago. And I'm like, I wish I had this. I would have gone far. Maybe I'm already far, but maybe I would have gone more far. Because I was able to get my scholarship at University of California, Berkeley, the US, for my second master's degree. And I'm at Cambridge for my PhD, one of the best universities in the world. But also I was able to get my first master's scholarship, but it was 50% scholarship to Netherlands in 2018. So I didn't get the remaining 50%, so I turned it down. I didn't go to Netherlands for my first master's program, which I was given. So the Gates Foundation gave me 50%, and I couldn't top up the remaining 50% because it was expensive. In Ugandan shillings, it was 63 million Ugandan shillings. So I said, no, let me just go to Mbarara, and I studied a master's at Mbarara. Yeah, so Kamia, I'm saying that if you can, please present in conferences. If you can, please publish them. If you can, please write a newspaper article about them. If you can, at least write on your LinkedIn. That's the minimum you can do. Please don't just sit with it. Don't just keep it in the library. Please don't. I didn't know these things matter, but they do matter. So a friend of mine is asking, how can they apply for the scholarship program? Actually, the information I shared with you has those how to apply. It's there. Like, MasterCard, like a Chevening, they have ways how to apply. Even if you just Google right now and say, even if you just right now type in the Google and say, how can I apply for Chevening? And you click enter, you'll get information how to apply for Chevening, how to apply for MasterCard, how to apply for Commonwealth. And like I've said, this is the time. This is the time. That's why when Patrick told me, I said, wow, I'm happy to talk to people. I'm happy to inspire them. I'm happy to guide them. Patience says that, is there a need for evidence of all that? Yes, there is need for evidence. Actually, in your CV, you should keep putting the evidence there. So because anyone who can actually say, I have honors from Yearly Foundation, I have honors from Fulbright, I have honors from being the excellent student of the year in Mbara University, but you need to really be sure, because they look at your CV, your transcript, and you have a CGPA of 4.1, and you're saying you were on the Vice Chancellor's list or award. Like, yeah, are you sure? You can't say I won a grant of 70 million shillings when actually you have never won a grant. So there is need for proof. And actually in your CV, you should make sure you put that proof there. And if you don't know, that's what we do at African Center for Career Mentorship. Somebody says, how can they access those research work published online? Actually, once you make your application and you are a very competitive candidate, they do what we call due diligence. They try to double check about you. And then when they go, so they search about you. Who is this girl? Who is this lady? Who is this gentleman? And they see what you have put on your LinkedIn or your Twitter. For example, there is a lady who has just, who was given an admission to Germany this very week on Tuesday. And she wanted a travel grant. So she reached out to my supervisor, Dr. Andrew Conland from University of Cambridge. And so Andrew didn't know how to help her. So he told me, Abel, I know for you are good at helping people to help us get scholarships. You help this lady here. I said, okay. So I go to this lady, and then we sent, I connected her to a colleague in Germany. Then they asked me how I knew her. The truth is that I didn't know her. But if I had denied that I don't know her, they would have denied her the travel grant to Germany. So what did I do? I got her name and I put on online. Good enough, she had information on her LinkedIn. So I read that she has a bachelor's in medicine and surgery. She has a master's in infectious diseases from University of Nairobi. And right now she works with the Ministry of Health in Kenya. I replied the email to Germany that this lady is called so and so. She does this, she studied this, she studied this, she studied this in no minute. And right now as we speak, she has got a scholarship a travel grant or travel fellowship to go to Germany and undertake the short course she wanted. Just happened this week on Tuesday. You can imagine if she wasn't online or on LinkedIn. You can imagine if she hadn't put information on LinkedIn. I'm telling you, because once I spoke about her in Germany, they said, how do you know her? What did she, they asked me, how do you know this girl? How? I don't have any information. I can't deny her because I've introduced her to them. So that is the power of LinkedIn. That is the power of LinkedIn. And then Jack is asking, where is African Center for Career Mentorship? We are a virtual entity. We are online. Even if you just type right now, you'll find us online, because we didn't want to limit ourselves. We didn't want to say, look, we are only serving people in Uganda. We are serving people from say Africa. We are online. So we are developing an application for people to be downloading us and be using us the way you see Zoom and WhatsApp and so forth. So it's in the final stages, but we are readily available. Just contact me on WhatsApp. Those are my numbers, and we can hit the ground running. That's our website. And even if you just check on our LinkedIn, on our social media pages, you'll find us there. Instagram, Facebook, X, we are all over the place. I was dodging Instagram, but one of my mentees, who is now at University of Edinburgh, she gave a talk the other day and she said, Abel, me, I have a very big following on Instagram. Please create an Instagram account. I want to be tagging you. I'm like, oh God. So my staff had to create an Instagram account. I've been dodging Instagram and TikTok, but they are convincing me that I need to create those ones as well. But my staffs are working on all those ones. So that is African Center for Career Mentorship. Just link up with me and we shall be able to support you, shall be able to walk the journey with you, shall be able to train you. Patrick, is there another question? Because my talk is still continuing, but I just wanted to see if people had any questions regarding what I presented. Yeah, LinkedIn is gold. I'm telling you, it's gold. Then Pius says, I passed the first stage of essays for equity and merit for University of Manchester. What advice would you give to the progress? Great question. Right now, I have 6 of my mentees whom I'm supporting for University of Manchester. 6 of them applied and 5 of them have progressed to the next stage. So, my advice actually is for you to position yourself as a great candidate. Pius, I want to tell you something, that for you to win a scholarship, it is 20% of what you are doing now. In other words, how you're writing your essays, how you're narrating your story, the power of the recommendation letter which they are going to give you. But 80% is how you have been living your life, Pius. If you have been a leader like the way Patrick has been, so please narrate those ones in your essays. If you have been academically bright, like most of you are, please, those things should now begin marketing you. So in other words, the things you were doing for the last 10 years are the ones that are going to help you win scholarships now and even in the future. You can imagine, that's what I began by presenting to you. You can imagine what they are looking for: leadership, extracurricular activities, community service, honors and awards, academic excellence, publications, conference attendance and conference presentations. So those are the things they are looking for, Pius. I highly recommend that you put those things very well and you craft nice essays. You get somebody to help you review your essays, because when you just write those essays yourself, you may make errors. But if somebody helps you to read them and proofread them and peer review them, they can show you some of the things you hadn't seen. Most of my mentees, by the time they send me the first draft of their essays, they have wrongly interpreted the question. So we discuss with them like, oh no, this is what this question is looking for. Please go and answer it this way. Go and answer it this way. Go and answer it this way. Yeah, so Pius, that is my advice. But already you're doing well. You should be proud that you have progressed to the next stage. You should be very, very proud. You should be very proud that you've worked very hard and you're on the right trajectory. Just hang in there and tighten now. Tighten. Okay, so Patrick, permit me to proceed the next bit of my talk such that we can have the questions come in later on. So I said, okay, these are people who are graduating next month. Some of them are graduating this very month here. So in other words, they have just finished their programs. Let me ask them very hard questions such that they can at least they can go away from my talk with something. So I'm going to ask you 4 very hard questions. Some of my mentees are on the call. For them, they've already answered them. Like my mentee is Maria Mwesigwa. So Maria, for you don't need to answer these questions because for you already answered them. So, but for the rest, everyone who is on the call, please, you're going to answer them and send me what you have written right now. So please get a pen and get a paper. Please get a pen and get a paper. Because these questions are very, very important. Why are they important? The scholarship, people who give scholarships, they want to give people who are very clear on where they are heading. So, okay, so you get your pens and please answer this question here. The question number 1 is, whom do you want to be in 2040? In other words, around 16 years from now. Where do you want to be working? What exact skills do you need? Now, once you answer these ones here, you're going to send me on my WhatsApp number. Please answer. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. No, 3 kidogo. Let me give you 5 minutes. Maybe 5 kidogo. Let's do 10. Please, you take 10 minutes to answer these questions here. And then you send me on WhatsApp. Just take a screen. Don't just take a photo. Don't struggle to type them. Just take a photo of what you, where. If you're writing a notebook, just use a notebook and then take a photo. And then send it to me. So let me give you 10 minutes. I am saying that this is a very important stage. Most scholarships, they ask you that you want us to give you a scholarship. Why do you want us to give you a scholarship? Where are you heading? Yes, you're saying that you want us to give you a scholarship, but where are you heading? Where? If they know you are going to finish your master's and you go back to Butaleja, that's where I come from, to Butaleja, and you begin complaining that government tuyambe, they don't give you their money. For them, they want children or professionals who are very clear on where they are heading. That for me, 20 years from now, I want to be the president of United States or United Republic of Tanzania. Once you are very clear, they say, no, this is a very good person. This child has a vision. Let us support the vision. Now, that's what these questions are helping you to do. So please answer them and send me on my WhatsApp. I've sent on your WhatsApp. I've sent the chat. Then we shall proceed with our talk. Okay, so we will proceed just to catch up with time. So we'll proceed. Like I said earlier, the scholarship team, they are looking for people who have very clear plan, very, very clear. Once you're very clear, you will win scholarships. If you are not clear, they will not give you scholarships. So we did a survey and we asked people, do you have a mentor? No, we began by asking them, whom do you normally consult with when you want to make a decision about your career? Many people say they consult mentors and they consult teachers, but you can see very many people say they don't consult anyone. Now, this is very worrying. It means that very many people, they normally want to consult somebody, but they don't have whom to consult. And that is how we put the African Center for Career Mentorship. We want to address this problem here, whereby people can come to us and consult us anything they want regarding career choices. How do we do it? Every Tuesday, 7 to 8 p.m. Ugandan time or Nairobi time, please come and consult us free of charge. Very free, please you come. It is a way of us giving back to the community. Or if you invite us the way Patrick has invited us, we speak to you free of charge. As long as it is online like this. If it is physical, you pay for our transport and you pay for our fuel for us to come there. And for our accommodation, if at all you want us to stay in your place. But we are happy to support people as much as we can. We asked people, do you have a mentor? Now, this should worry you more. That 62% of the people say they don't have mentors. What is my humble advice this evening? That please get a mentor. I'm humbly requesting you today. Please get a mentor. Because many people don't have mentors. And if you don't have a mentor, you struggle to make decisions. We asked people that what are those questions that normally stress you most? 42%, which was the highest, said which course to study next is what they don't know. People don't know which courses to study next. Next, what research question to undertake? People don't know what to do at master's level. Now, that is what African Center for Career Mentorship is trying to solve. If you are not sure which course to undertake, you come to African Center for Career Mentorship. We will support you. But for you now, you know, because you've just answered that question there under personal discovery. You've just answered, so you know which skills you need and which courses you need to go for. So for you are now very sharp. So for you are okay. You are very bright now. We asked people that what are you worried about regarding international scholarships? The 90% said our biggest problem is how to get funding. How to get scholarships to go and study abroad is very hard. So what we did as African Center for Career Mentorship is to coach people for them to know how to apply and win scholarships. But also we have what we call a UG scholarship group, which we only share scholarship information. If you want me to add you to the UG scholarships group, please you just tell me right now, I'll add you there. But don't post anything which is not scholarships. We only post scholarship information. And you must have researched about it and you're sure. If you are not sure, please keep quiet. So please, if you want to come and get scholarship information, come to the groups because the information is there. If you want to be added there, just send me a message right now and tell me, please add me there. I'm going to add you to those UG scholarships group. They are very good. People are winning scholarships out of those groups. We asked people, what are the biggest barriers regarding winning scholarships? Number one, they say that finding credible information source or adverts is the biggest problem. We said, okay, that one is very easy to solve. So we created UG scholarships groups. Now we have 9. They have 70,000 people. So that one is solving that problem. What is the problem number 2? How to write essays is my biggest problem. We said, okay, African Center for Career Mentorship, we shall coach you on how to write essays. Third problem, where to find templates or resources to consult with. So at African Center for Career Mentorship, every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m., please you come and consult free of charge. But also, if you're not sure, you come to our YouTube channel. We have templates, we have tools, we have frameworks for you to come and use free of charge. We are solving the problem we came across. Then they said, my problem is who to help me peer review or proofread my essays. We said, okay, we shall help you. You come to African Center for Career Mentorship for us to help you proofread. But because the demand is very big, we cannot do everything for everyone. So right now we are identifying other people who are also willing to be mentors, and we train them such that they can be able to support others. Now, as I conclude, I want to encourage you to be futuristic. I will say that regarding scholarships, I am a successful person. I want to say so. Regarding scholarships, winning of grants, I am a very successful person. I will say so. Because even just last week, this very week here, I just won a travel grant to Uganda again. So that makes the 6th grant won since I began my PhD. I'm in my 3rd year of my PhD right now. So I have won research grants, I have published, I have won travel grants. I've just flown from 7 different countries in the last 2 months. I was in Cameroon, I was in Senegal, I was in Ethiopia, I was in Cape Town last 2 weeks ago. Then I was in Washington last week, and I'm now back in the UK. What has helped me to be successful is to be futuristic, to think about the future. Now, those are the questions I asked you in the beginning. To be futuristic, to think about the future. I want to request all of you here to be futuristic, to think about the future. And I want to thank you so much for listening to me. And I wish you the very, very best as you chase scholarships, but also as you apply for them. I want to thank you, and I'll stop there. Patrick, back to you.